Hello everyone, welcome you all to the 25th episode of Divine Margazhi series, Thiruppavai tales unveiled through art and music. Whether you have anger, hatred, jealousy, or resentment against someone, essentially it only works against you. Why am I starting this episode with this quote? As I always say, you have to wait and know the reason for it in the explanation section, right? Meanwhile, you can quickly catch up on the recital of this pasuram in the very beautiful melodious ragam Behag and Aditadam. Over to the recital.
ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓரிரவு ஒருத்தி மகனாய் படித்து வளர ஒருத்தி மகனாய் பிறந்து தருகிலனாகி காத்திங்க நினைந்த தருகிலனாகி காத்திங்க நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கல்ஜல் வயிற்று தருகிலனாகி காத்திங்க நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கல்ஜல் வயிற்று நெருப்பினதின்ற நெடுமாலே நெருப்பினதின்ற நெடுமாலே நெருப்பினதின்ற நெடுமாலே உன்னை அறுத்திட்டு வந்தோம் பறை தருதியாகில் அறுத்திட்டு வந்தோம் பறை தருதியாகில் திருத்தக்க செல்வமும் சேவகமும் யாப்பாடி திருத்தக்க செல்வமும் சேவகமும் யாப்பாடி வருத்தமும் தீர்ந்து மகிழ்ந்தொரு பாவாய் வருத்தமும் தீர்ந்து மகிழ்ந்தொரு பாவாய்.
Hope you all enjoyed listening to this pasuram in the melodious Behag Raham. Behag, Yaman Kalyan, Shuddha Sarang. I mean, all these ragams, gives the melodical flavor and predominantly used in Hindustani, or they're all Hindustani ragams. I mean, originated from Hindustani, and of course we have been using them in our Carnatic music as well for quite some time, for abangs or bhajans and everything. This particular pasuram, I would say, celebrates motherhood. Matru Devo Bhava. That's how I will term, or to give a concise meaning of what this pasuram is all about. It's stated in the very first line itself. Oritti Mahanai Pirandu, Oriravil Oritti Mahanai Olithu Valara. The whole episode of Krishna being born in the prison to Vasudeva and Devaki, and he being carried by Vasudeva and the stormy night, via Yamuna, and how Yamuna gives way to him, and Krishna being given to Nandagopala and Yashoda not being aware of it. All the whole episode of the birth of Krishna, Andal gives it in a very, very brief manner, right? Oritti Mahanai Pirandu Orirave. And in this particular, in these two lines, I would say, the one word that caught my mind is Oritti Mahanai Pirandu. She could have mentioned about Devaki, she could have mentioned about Yashoda, but she calls them as Oritti. Why is it that particular word so special? Krishna, it is not, I would say, Devaki chose Krishna, but Krishna chooses Devaki. I mean, she should be my mother. Isn't that the most blessed moment for any woman on this earth or in the universe itself, right? The Lord choosing you to be His mother. So she is unique and blessed in every way. Also, Arnold could have stated this as Orithi Mahanai Pirandu Oriravil, Matrurithi Mahanai Odithu Valara. Right? Because this is how grammatically it is correct. Right? When we say Orithi, then it has to be Matrurithi. That's how it has to go. But Andal has not mentioned it as Matrurithi. Orithi, then Orithi comes again. So Andal can make grammatical mistake, is it? That's definitely not possible. But why she stresses on the word Orithi once again is that all of this happens in one night, so swiftly, and with a blink of an eye, everything happens, in a split of the second. So in the blink of an eye, all this happens. So Orithi Mahanai Pirandu Oriravil. That's why instead of saying Matrurithi Mahanai Olithu Valara, she says Oriravil Orithi Mahanai Olithu Valara. Why does she say Olithu Valara? Of course, Kamsa was looking for Krishna to kill him, and he knew that the 8th son born to Devaki and Vasudeva will come to finish him off. So he was in the lookout for Krishna, and of course Vasudeva, knowing all this, informs to Nandagopala, and that's why he is secretly brought up in Gokulam, right? So right from the birth to the childhood of Krishna, I mean the whole concept of it is actually covered in the first 2 lines itself. And one more special thing, when I say Orithi, so many thoughts are coming to my mind. Even I am putting things in a very maybe haphazard manner, but I just want to share all of them. Orithi Mahanai Odithu Valara. Yashoda, and we have spoken in length about how Devaki was lucky to get to have the blessing of giving birth to Lord. But was Yashoda any less? Devaki could not enjoy the mischiefs done by Krishna, but Yashoda had the blessing of seeing him grow. Right? Tollai inbatte iridi kandale, Alvar says. He was very, very troublesome, naughty, notorious child. But all those troubles were the happiness given to Yashoda. She took them all in the very positive stride, and the possessiveness that she had towards her child. I mean, Tayi ke baayalli jagavannu torita jagadodharaka namma Udupi Shri Krishna. Tayi ke baayalli jagavannu torita. The mother will come and scold him. You have eaten the sand, you are doing this, that. But what does he do when she asks him to open the mouth? He shows the whole universe to Yashoda. I mean, who can get that blissful moment in their life, right? Like how Yashoda experienced. I mean, it gives us goosebumps the moment I say it. The next line. Tarikkilla nagi thaan தீங்கு நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கஞ்சன் வயிற்றில் நெருப்பென நின்ற நெடுமாலை. So that's where it stops, right? Tarikkilla nagi thaan தீங்கு நினைந்த. Kamsa was burning with hatred, right? So he badly wanted to kill Krishna. First of all, find Krishna and then kill him. So what does he do? I mean, his mind was involved only in evil thinking. He was indulged only in that. So he was fearing, he was despising, he was having the hatred towards Krishna. So all this becomes like a ball of fire burning in his stomach. So Tarikkillanagi thaan தீங்கு நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து கஞ்சன் வயிற்றில் நெருப்பென நின்று நெடுமாலை. This can also be interpreted in a different way. What did Kamsa do? He sends Putana, Sakatasuran, Bagasuran, Agasuran, Kesi, Dhenukasuran, then Pralambasuran, Vatsasuran, Kapitasuran. No, even I am tired of listing of all these, listing out all these asuras one by one, right? So the Gopikas, I mean, of course, Yashoda and all the Gopikas in Gokulam were fearing if these demons will come and, attack Krishna. So they wanted to protect Krishna badly. They badly wanted to protect him. So the fear that Gopikas had can be attributed to fire as well. And it is the fire in the form of worry being, that is burning in the stomach of, say, 5 lakh Gopikas. And what did Krishna want to do? He never never can tolerate if his devotees have any worries. So what does he do is, he collects the ball of fire or the ball of worries and then places them in the stomach, the bigger stomach of Kamsa. So this particular line can be interpreted this way as well. And who is that ball of fire in Kamsa's stomach? Is it the fear or his hatred or his evil thinking, or what is it? That is also Krishna. Because Paramatma resides inside Jivatma, right? Maybe that person is bad, or maybe the person is good. So the Lord does not again discriminate whether it's a good person or bad person, but he prevails inside the Jivatma because he is the Paramatma, right? You can interpret it that way as well. And what is the precedence to this particular episode that happens in the Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Nerippana Ninja Nedumare. Of course, there has to be a precedence, right? So we can go back to the Treta Yugam in the Ashokavanam. Janaki is in Virahatapam, right? She is separated from her Lord, from her Swami, from her beloved husband. Of course, she is burning with sadness. So she herself is like a jwala, right? She is like a fire, I would say. And did Anjaneya burn Lanka? Because we know what happens, right? In the Sundarakandam, Anjaneya, Hanuman sees Janaki and asks her or consoles her that Rama is just on the way to come and get her back, win her back, right? So after meeting Janaki, he goes on to burn the entire Lanka and show what is the power of Lord Rama, right? As a Rama Duta or as a Rama Bhakta. But did Anjaneya burn Lanka in real? No. It is the sadness, it is the Viraha Tapam, or basically the Viraha of that emotion of Janaki, of Sita, which burns Lanka. So this line, if we see what is so special about it, is that it attributes to both the Tretayuham episode, the episode in the Tretayuham, which happens during the Ramayanam, the times of Ramayanam, and the Dwapara Yuham as well. So it can be interpreted that way. The same thing is what is quoted in one of the Swati Tirunal Kritis, Anjaneya and Saveri, Vahni Dakta Lanka Nagara. Right. Okay, let's go on to the next line. Unnai aritittu vandom parai taridi yahir tiruttakka selvamum sevagamum yampadi varuttamum teernu mahindhelor yempavai. Aritittu vandom, unnai aritittu vandom parai taridi yahir. We are now the last leg of the nonbu, right? So under now stresses more on the parai. So now she wants salvation, she wants moksham, she wants parai. Unnai aritittu vandom. Now we have come to sing in praise of you, to sing hymns in praise of you, and to seek your blessings, and that is what we have been doing all along. Unnai aritittu vandom, what we have been doing all along. Parai taridiyahir Thiruppavai selvamum sevagamum yampadi varuttamum teernu mahindhelor yempavai. Swami Pillai Lokacharya lists in lists in Sri Vachana Bhushanam. What are the qualities one can sing in praise of Lord Krishna or Mahavishnu? The Lord possesses all these qualities, such as Vatsalyam, Sharanagata Vatsalam, Rupa Sundaram, Saushilyam, Mardhavam, Arjavam, Sauhartam, Samyam, Karunyam, Madhuryam, Gambhiryam, Chaturyam, Stairyam. So these are all called as the Asankeya Kalyana Gunagana. Right? So all these qualities we are here to sing in praise of you. So to sing in praise of all these qualities. Tirutaka Selvamum Sevagamum Yampadi. So the Asankeya Kalyana Gunaganam is what Andal is trying to refer over here. Varuttamum Tirundu Magazhindelor Yempavai. So wipe the worries all the worries that we are having, wipe all the sadness in us. That can be done only by you and make us happy. Right? We can see the oxymoron being used here. Varuttamum Tirundu Magazhindelor Yempavai. Remove the sadness and fill our hearts with happiness. And I missed to mention about this beautiful ragam Behag. It always comes to my imagination that when I just play this particular ragam, just imagine Vrindavanam, and it is the twilight time, or I would say just after the sunset, and you could still see the orange shade in the sky, and that time Krishna is playing this particular ragam in his flute, and all the cattle is around him, all the animals, the birds, and the trees swaying here and there, the lush green fields all around, and the moon slowly lighting up the evening sky, and of course the Neela Megha Shyamala Varnam of Krishna, that being and the orange shade of the sun being reflecting on his body, and all these creatures enjoying his music. So what other ragam can be best suited for this particular situation, this particular environment, other than Behag? I would bet no ragam can match this particular scenario, and Behag just fills your heart when you just imagine this particular scene in your mind and then hear this ragam. So this is just a part of my imagination, and I just want to end this episode with that thought in mind. So I hope you all enjoyed listening to this episode. So signing off for today, it's me, Srividhya Lakshminarayanan, and stay tuned for the next episode.